Well, just got done offloading at a Menards, and they were kind enough to let me park here for the evening, so I've got a nice, safe parking spot, and wanted to show you something. This is what it looks like when you know the dimensions of your truck. Let me explain. There's a curb. There's a parked car. So if you want to talk about shoehorning a truck into a spot, how's that for parallel parking a semi-truck? And no, I didn't damage anything. But I have a feeling, sorry about the shaky camera. Let's see if I can zoom this out. There we go. I have a feeling that when this person who owns this van, when they come out, they're going to be scratching their head going, what the hell? How the heck did this truck manage to get into this space? Yeah. Parallel parking on a grand scale. Good morning, everybody, and happy, what is it, Wednesday, September 20, and we had a nice long sleep here at the good old Menards in Springfield, Missouri. The van that was parked behind me is gone, so don't worry, I'm not running it over, and we are just about ready here to take off. Slept in a little bit just because my schedule allowed it, so got my 13-hour break in, which is kind of a nice thing. And it's now 9 a.m. and we are taking off. We're going to go to the other side of Springfield, about 20 minutes away, and going to some sort of a battery company of some sort and picking up something or other that is going up to West Chicago, Illinois, which is very close to our terminal. So that's a little over 500 miles for the run. And the nice thing is that I'll be able to stop at our terminal and okay, hang on a second. All right, just needed to get my bearings here. Got to stop at our terminal and overnight there, which is nice because I could use a shower. And then it delivers in the morning tomorrow in West Chicago, which is, 5-10 minutes away from our terminal. So that's great. So we are pulling out of Menards. Thank you for the hospitality, folks. And they were very nice to allow me to park there. And we will see what today brings.
Left onto North Lacombe Road. Now turn left. After 700 feet, turn right onto East Energy Place.
All right, we are arriving at our shipper. Let's see what we've got here. Some sort of an energy place. Huh. Enersys, whatever the heck that is. Something to do with batteries.
Reach your destination.
I'm assuming it's probably some sort of like chassis or something like that for batteries, but we will see. But apparently the entrance is somewhere up here. What happened to my right mirror? It got all out of whack. There we go. Anyway, I better switch the cameras off here at some point because there's got to be a guard gate somewhere.
You have reached your destination. The destination is on your right.
Or perhaps not. Well, let's find out. I see a dock over there. Let's go pull in there and see what's going on. Oh, there it is, receiving. Shipping can't be too far. Over there somewhere, maybe. See, this is what we get to do when we drive trucks. We have no idea where we're going. We've got these 72-foot long, massive vehicles, and we have no idea where to go. So, let's see. Shipping is somewhere over here, maybe? Maybe? Huh. Well, I think I'm going to park over here and go on foot. See if I can find out where the hell this place is. Alright, kids. For all the new drivers, I want you to never, ever, ever be like this guy in front of us. Let me explain. So, this Volvo directly in front of us, this old 20-year-old, whatever the hell, white Volvo, some driver from Franklin Park, sitting on the dock. His light was green for all of an eternity, just sitting there, minding his own business, not doing a damn thing. Now, he's sitting in the driver's seat, mind you, doesn't notice his light turn green. The super nice guy at the shipping office, an elderly gentleman who was just as nice could be, had to come hobbling out. Oh, Jesus Christ, now the guy doesn't have his brakes set. He had to come hobbling out to knock on this guy's door to let him know his load was finished. And the guy's been sitting there for 15 minutes. I finally pull up. I'm hand signaling to this guy, get off the damn dock. Whatever the hell you're doing, do it somewhere else. And now he gets out and he fidgets around. He rehooks his trailer. Then he tries to pull out. He figures out that his landing gear is still down. For whatever reason, the numbnuts put his landing gear down. And now, as you just saw that I just got on video, he's been cranking up his landing gear and he doesn't even have his brakes pulled. The truck starts rolling. I don't even know if he's set him after that. This guy is an absolute disaster, and he's been on the phone the entire time. Do not be like this idiot. Absolute moron. All right. So now that we've got that vagrant out of the way, let's back on to door 2. Good Lord. There are some people that just should not be in trucks. He's one of them. All right, so let's see if we know how to back up. I'm going to do a little blindside setup here. It's all good. We've got this. See, if a blindside is not too blindside, you can see it. And right about now, the guy sitting in dock 3 is getting nervous. But never fear. I know what I'm doing. Just going to get ourselves reasonably straight. I'm going to slide my tandems for this gentleman because he was so nice. And I asked him if they needed him slid, and his whole face lit up. He goes, "Nobody ever asks." "Oh, yeah, if you could, that would be terrific. I'd appreciate that." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem, bud. We'll get it." So, once again, be nice to people, everybody. It does brighten their day. It makes a difference. The world needs more of it. And let's see here. I think we're straight enough. Let me go pull my trailer forward, slide my tandems. Denham's all the way back. This dock has a bit of a slant. Every time I keep wanting to straighten up, it sends me off the door. So we'll just have to hook it in and straighten up at the last second. Go. Getting there. Slow and steady. Landed. Whee! We're flying down the hills. We're in Ozark country. Yeah, I-44 north, heading towards Illinois, towards St. Louis, and then we will pick up the venerable I-55 from there and head back to the MNS1 Express Inc. home terminal in Plainfield, Illinois, and I am just enjoying the spectacular beauty of the Ozark area. And it's interesting that as I was driving through Wisconsin just a couple days ago, you have so many of the trees starting to change already, especially the maples always seem to go first, right? And then everything else kind of follows, but a lot of color in the trees up there already, and down here not nearly as much. There's a teeny little bit of change that I'm starting to see, a little bit of yellowing of leaves and stuff, but nothing really showing like full-on autumn coming. So interesting what a little bit of elevation north, well, not elevation, but you know what I'm saying, as you go up farther north, it's quite a bit different. So oh, yay, we're going uphill again. I don't like the uphills nearly as much as the downhills. The downhills are a lot more fun. But hey, what are you going to do? You got to go uphill to go downhill, right? There's a philosophy in life. Anyway, just wanted to check in. We are en route. This is actually a broker load. We do have some broker loads that we run to kind of plug in the gaps of our network, and this is one of them. And I was reminded of just how annoying freight brokers can be. Not that this one is being annoying, because they aren't, but sometimes they can be just absolutely ridiculous with what they demand as far as contact with truck drivers. So they have an app that you have to put on your phone, which is, in my opinion, already asking a bit much. Because in today's day and age, every tractor, every trailer is linked by satellite to the company. So through the company, they can find out literally to the frickin' square inch where every piece of company equipment is at all times. But that isn't good enough for freight brokers, so they demand that the actual truck drivers install an app on their personally owned telephone that can track you. So now not only is the tractor being tracked and the trailer being tracked and the cargo might be being tracked. I don't know, they might have an RFID chip in there where the shipper is tracking the goods. Who knows? Could be. It's possible. But now myself personally, Dirk, my personally owned cell phone also being tracked. I really, really don't like that, but I understand, the company is kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, because they want and need the business, and I want and need the business too. I'm getting paid to run this shipment, so and I certainly don't want that to go away. But I just think it's kind of a crazy demand. It's a little bit of overreach as far as I'm concerned. They don't need to know where I personally, the driver, am or am not. That's none of their goddamn business. But hey, this is the world we live in. Everything is tracked. Big Brother is watching everywhere. There's video cameras all over the place. So as far as having any personal space is concerned, very, very difficult. So I have the little tracking thing on. So far, the broker has not called or texted me, which is perfect, because believe it or not, even with the app that they can track, and they know exactly where the driver is that has their app, they still call and they still text that driver. It's like, hello guys, the driver has to drive the damn truck. You know, right in the moment you're calling or texting him, there might be like some traffic shit going on that she needs to pay attention to and concentrate. Don't bother the damn truck drivers. We have a job to do, and it's a very serious one, and it can kill people. So don't bug us. So, anyway, now that that's said, back to enjoying the country in the Ozarks. Well, we are off-roading. Yeah, construction zone in Missouri, just east of Rolla. Good Lord. Oh, it's starting to finally get smooth. I was going through mud road. Crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a construction zone where they send you off-road. Insane. This state is weird. Huh. All right, so remember what I said about brokers? Kind of interesting that I was just saying all of that stuff about how freight brokers are so annoying to truck drivers. And literally about, 2 minutes after I stopped the cameras and was just peacefully driving along, my phone rang, unknown number, didn't answer, hangs up, calls again, calls again, calls again. 4 times in a row. No message, because they're never smart enough to leave a message, because they're not smart enough to realize that people don't answer phone calls from unknown numbers, because we get so much spam nowadays. And I'll be damned if I'm going to answer my phone while I'm driving a semi-truck, unless it's super, super important, meaning it's a number that I recognize. So you would think that they would know this and, at least leave a little message saying, hey, I'm the broker on your load. Can you call me when you have a second? No, that would be too easy. Instead, they just incessantly call you and hang up. And what's interesting about that is that if you're familiar with the way smartphones work, when most of them, when you put them on like a sleep mode, when you're trying to rest, the little trick to get around that sleep mode is to call, I think it's like 3 times in a row. I think the 3rd time, like if it goes to voicemail, if you do it once, hang up, do it again, it goes to voicemail. The 3rd time you call, I think it's the 3rd time. I've never done it to anybody, so I don't know from personal experience, but that 3rd time that you call, it will actually go through. So even if the person has their phone on a sleep mode or a do not disturb mode or whatever the hell, your phone will ring. So think about that for a moment. Truck drivers drive all hours of the day. They could be on a night schedule, they could be on a day schedule, whatever. And these brokers have no idea whether the driver driving their load is somebody who drives at night or drives during the day. They just know that it has to be picked up at a certain time, dropped off at a certain time. All the stuff that happens in between is really none of their business. That's up to the trucking company and the truck driver. So these guys are doing that on purpose. So if a driver is taking their 10-hour DOT break where they desperately need to sleep so that they can drive the truck the next day safely, these assholes are doing that to wake them up. And the only reason that they're doing the call to begin with is to just, hey, just wanted to confirm that you're still on point and you're still on target for arriving at such and such time. Or, hey, I just needed to confirm the departure time from the shipper. It's like you forced us to install an app on our phone that is pinging a satellite every 10 minutes with the location of your shipment and the truck and my personal phone. Why the fuck are you calling me and texting me with inanely stupid questions? Why do I have the app if you're going to call and text me anyway? It's insane. I swear to God, somebody needs to slap these brokers upside the head.